Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy and this is Happiness Created. Today I have 3 really adorable Dollar Tree projects for you, so let's get started. For this first project I have 9 4x6 canvases from the Dollar Tree. I'm just taking my cutting tool from Cricut and I am just going to remove all of the canvases from the frames. Now, as you can see, I tried pliers, I tried screwdrivers, I tried a knife to get the staples off the backs of the frames and was unsuccessful. So what I did was I pulled all of the canvas pieces that I could off of the back, and then I took a lighter and I just kind of scorched the extra pieces like you would for the twine. And now I am just going to take some of the elephant chalk paint and I am going to give each of the frames just one coat on both sides and the inside and outside of all of the frames. Now I'm just taking 24 of the little blocks that they sell at the Dollar Tree in the Crafter Square section, and I am going to paint 4 sides and leave 2 of the sides unpainted on each block. And now that those are dry, I am going to glue 4 of the blocks to each corner of the frame. And then I am going to layer the second frame on top of those same blocks. And then I'm going to repeat this procedure so that I have a total of 3 frames per unit, and you'll see as we go along what I'm talking about. And now you can see the 3 units that I made. Now I'm taking this sheet of burlap that I got on Amazon. I'll try to remember to link it in the description below. And I'm just wrapping it around so that I can get a length. And then I'm going to cut that length. And then I'm going to leave a bit at the bottom so that I can fold it over and close the bottom in as well. It's very difficult to try to describe to you, so I'll just let you watch. Now that I have the 3 sheets cut out, I'm going to start gluing it to the inside of each of the frames. So now that that's done, I'm just folding the bottom of the burlap, and then I'm taking this popsicle stick and I'm going to glue it down in place so that it holds the burlap from the bottom. And I don't bother painting it because you won't see it. And then obviously I do this to all three of the units. So now that all of the burlap is in and the bottoms are reinforced, I'm just going to take some of the floral foam from Dollar Tree and I'm going to add it to all of the crates. And then I am going to take the flowers that I got from Dollar Tree. These are my favorites. In case you haven't heard this already, I'm just cutting them off of the stems so that I will be able to place them in the foam. Before I do that, however, I'm going to take all three of these crates that I made and I'm just going to stack them on each other with some hot glue. And now that the crates are glued together, I can start adding in all of these beautiful purple flowers. And so because you could still see the floral foam, I decided that I was going to take some of the Spanish moss and just kind of tuck it in there so that it covered the foam. So at this point, I think I'm done, but then something inside me says, nope, you're not. So I grab the white Waverly chalk paint and I am going to just go over the entire thing and do a little bit of dry brushing. And then I found this little wooden family sign that I got, I believe, at Walmart. But it might have been, no, I think it was Walmart. Anyway, I paint it white with the Waverly chalk paint, and then I am just going to glue it onto the crates. And then I'm going to take some of the elephant chalk paint and I'm going to dry brush the family. I'm pretty sure you guys understood what I was trying to say, but just to clarify things, I take the elephant chalk paint and I dry brush the family sign. And then that's it for this project. Now I'm thinking about maybe adding a couple more crates on either end of the bottom crate. But let me know what you guys think. I think it's really, really cute as is, but I worry about it toppling over. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comments. So for this second project, I'm not real convinced that I care for how this came out, but you guys can let me know. So I take some plates that I found at the Dollar Tree in the party section, and I am going to paint them all with 2 coats of the Waverly chalk paint. I start to do the front and then realize if I do that, then it's going to cover all of the sparkles. So I go ahead and I paint the back of all of the plates. So now that they're all dry, I'm just going to take the mirrors and place them where I think they should go. And then I realized that the mirror and the plate have a space between them. So I'm going to take some popsicle sticks and just cut them in half and glue them to the bottom of the plate so that the mirror has something else to adhere to. And now I'm going to take that cement, the all-purpose cement that they have at Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to put them on the feet of the mirror and then a generous strip of hot glue on the popsicle stick to just give it like that initial hold until the cement can dry. And now that I'm pretty sure I know where everything is going to go, I'm going to take some of those extra large popsicle sticks from Walmart and I am going to use those to attach the plates together. And now I'm going to just repeat that process until they're all attached. Now, I just want to warn you, it does not look pretty, but just bear with me and you'll see that things work out in the end. So now they're all attached and I'm going to flip it over. Told you it didn't look pretty. And I'm just going to take some more popsicle sticks and kind of just reinforce everything. So now it's all reinforced, and I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do to hide this ugliness in the back. So I grabbed the corkboard sheets from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use them to cover up all of those popsicle sticks. Trust me, it works. Bear with me, hang with me, you'll see. So see, you can already see that it's starting to look a lot better. So, as some of you may know, I have recently become a Plaid Ambassador, and they were nice enough to send me a bunch of supplies. So, I'm using this apple barrel in black, which they were nice enough to send me, and I'm using just one of those makeup sponges. And I'm going to go around the edging of all of the plates, and then I'm going to make some marks to try to give it sort of like an enamel look. And so this is the finished product. I am not sure about it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I'm almost afraid to read those comments. But anyway, so this last project, I actually found this piece for $62 at Wayfair, and I knew I could recreate it for next to nothing. So I found this piece from the Dollar Tree along with one of the metal flowers, and I also have a couple of their skewers. I'm going to take my spatula and I'm going to pull off this piece of the sign. And oddly enough, the saying is actually underneath that raised piece. So I'm not really sure why they wasted the money. But anyway, again, these paintbrushes and the paint, are both from Plaid. Thank you, Plaid. And I am giving this sign 2 coats of the apple barrel white. And then I am going to paint the skewers with that same white. And then I'm going to do 2 coats of the white paint on the edges of the outside of the box. Later on, I do end up putting some craft paper on the back just to give it a more complete look. So while the box is drying, I'm going to take the flower hanging and I'm going to remove the chains from the flower. Then I'm going to lift the petals of the flower so that I can get in underneath them a lot easier and paint the bottom petals much easier. I'm going to use the Waverly white chalk paint for this because it just covers better, and I won't have to do quite as many coats. So after applying the second coat, I'm taking the elephant chalk paint and I want to do the center of the flower. And then I decided to do some dry brushing on the petals. I got a little heavy-handed, but I do end up fixing that later on. I do some dry brushing on the box and the skewer. However, I do end up going back in later on and completely covering the skewers. And now I'm just going ahead and cutting all of the skewers down, and then I'm going to hot glue them in all four corners of the box. So I use that all-purpose cement to adhere one of the Jenga blocks to the back of the flower, and then to adhere the flower to the box itself. I did use some hot glue just to give it that the quick hold. Now I'm just taking some of the twine that I got from the Dollar Tree in the dark gray, and I'm just going around the center of the flower just to give it a little more dimension and a little more texture. And now I'm just taking that same twine and I'm going to go just around the very, like the top edge, that very thin piece. I'm going to go all the way around the box with the twine. And then I just flip it around and use the same twine to give it a hanger. And here's where I just go back in and actually cover the entire skewer with the elephant chalk paint. It just pops more that way. And lastly, I'm just adding some polka dots with the handle of the paintbrush. And this is the finished product. Let me know what you guys think. I want to thank you all for joining me and watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, I hope that you will give it a great big thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, I hope that you will consider doing so and share with your family and friends. And I will see you next time. Bye.